Hello loves, my name is Joe and welcome back or welcome to my channel if it's the first time you've been here. Now, this video, feature-length film, is again different from makeup content, but I'm not well, right? So we'll get into that later in the video, just bear with. This year my husband said to me, do you want to do meat-free Monday, but we'll just go vegan? And I said, yeah. And apparently, reading from the source itself, meat-free Mondays.com. One day a week can make a world of difference because it is good for the planet. Animal agriculture creates vast amounts of harmful greenhouse gases, it depletes precious resources, land, water and energy. It is a major contributor towards climate change because it helps boost our health, because it reduces animal suffering, because it helps alleviate world hunger, because it helps protect biodiversity. So, I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, that's what I say. But as you see, my week-free Monday didn't exactly go the way I was planning it. I was planning 52 weeks, easy peasy, lamb squeezy, every Monday of the week, sound. But as you can see from the link of this video, something got lost in the wires, so without further ado, Joseph Robinson from a month ago, take it away. I currently have COVID-19, Omicron, COVID-19. I finished crying in the instant that you left. That lovely cookie? Oh, thank goodness. Hello. Oh, hello. I just thought I should really pop in here to update what was happening last week. Obviously with the whole Omicron thing going on, we couldn't really cook because we were drained of energy, so we ended up ordering. We ordered from this place called The Vegan Life. I'm going to insert a little clip now, and that's the only thing we had, which is why I was showing my coffee and then I make tea after. Very relaxing, as they would say, maybe. So here's the clip of what we ordered. Are they nice?
They're not nice?
No, they are. Hot. Good toast pressure. Nice. One must admit, the nachos were nice. I liked the beans on it. I think it was a nice replacement for mince. But the burrito, I don't think fake meat is for me. Like, I'm a big fan of lentils. I love pearl barley. Love it so much. Nephew's called barley. My dad's called barley. Robinson's for juice and barley. Joseph William Robinson-Hale, the Robinson. It was more a texture thing for me. It was like soft in that, where I think if it was more like a lentil where it's got a bit of bite, or even like chicken, because KFC does a lovely chicken vegan burger now, and I would like to try the McDonald's, but really I want to try and cook more vegan meals going forward the rest of the year. The food was nice, don't get me wrong, and I think that if I picked something else that never had that beef meat substitute, I would have enjoyed it because it was filling, it was flavourful. But to be honest with you, one, with being sick, and two, the texture of it, I only had about 3 bites and then I just gave up, to be quite frank. And then after that, I made tea, and this is making my tea, and then I went to bed. I'm going to Sainsbury's to get a leek because I want to make potato and leek soup, and I went to Aldi yesterday and they had some good little selections, but they never had a leek, so fingers crossed, because if not, potato soup. And I'll show you what I got in Aldi and then what I got today when I get back. The last 2 leeks. I finished in Sainsbury's, got a wee bit more in a leek. Just having a wee sit before I continue going home. Went well, I think. It's now 5 to 10. Get in, make breakfast. Whatever. Some juice, some tomatoes, vegetable stock in a can. Have you ever heard the like? Sleep tea, it's my leek. 58p. Some lemons, some hazelnut milk, some orange juice, the new Lindt vegan chocolate, plant-based little bagels for my avocado toast, some rice to go with these things I got from Aldi yesterday, some chives, some flat leaf parsley, some pepper, a garlic, some vegan butter, and some baby leeks. That was that, so came to what, £27. For lunch, I made some avocado toast. I began by squishing some garlic, peeling it and cutting off the butt. I then rolled a lemon to release the juices before cutting in half. On a baking tray, I placed the garlic, tomatoes and some thyme, olive oil, salt and pepper, tossing to incorporate all the ingredients. I then placed this into a preheated oven on gas mark 5 and left while I prepared the avocado. I began by halving the avocado, removing the pit and scooping it into a bowl. Alongside the avocado, I added the lemon juice, pepper, salt and garlic salt, olive oil and mushed until the nice consistency before trimming and adding in some fat leaf parsley. I toasted my bagels under the grill before buttering them with my vegan butter. I then squished on the avocado onto the warm buns before adding the tomatoes and garlic onto the plate. Once more I finished with salt and pepper and bon appetit. This meal was delicious. It filled me up until dinner time and was busting with fresh flavours. Just going for a walk. What I was thinking before is whenever I was listening to Sainsbury's and an Aldi yesterday, it's good now the amount of vegan selection stuff. Like back whenever I was younger, 39, it was hard to eat vegan stuff, but it would be easy just to eat vegan all the time now. And soon it was time to start preparing dinner. I began the recipe by cutting up some celery, not traditionally part of the recipe, but I think it really adds to the layer of flavour. I then cut and diced some onions up. I used 2 onions total for this recipe. They didn't have to be too fine. I just chopped them up roughly because when they're in the soup, you can't even tell anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I then topped and tailed my carrots, give them a little peel. And then this is a bit different. I like to grate my carrot. This is something that my Auntie Linda taught me how to do. My mashed potato and leek soup, which is actually her recipe. I used 3 carrots and then olive oil, and I sauteed them over a low heat. Then onto the leek off the potato and leek soup. Just cutting it away, as you do, giving it a good wash, because leeks are absolutely minty sometimes for absolutely no reason, I may add. I then used some baby leeks just because I wanted to really get that leek flavour, in the soup, in the leek and potato soup. I then added that into the pan, giving it a good mix as well, getting all the juices vibing together, salt, pepper, and then a good little stir. There we go. And then onto the potatoes. As mentioned before, leek and potato need the potato. What I like to do is just use any potato going really, using the end of a potato peeler to take out any eyes, but I actually prefer to use a knife to peel potatoes and then just wash them in the sink to get them clean off the mud. Then just cube them into any shapes really. Some were even, some weren't. It gets mashed at the end, so it doesn't really matter. Added them to the sauteed pan and then topped up with my vegetable stock. And the can one, look, woo! And then I just finished up with water to make sure all the potatoes were covered. I added half the lemon that was left over from my lunch. And then I just bring it to a boil, add in some garlic powder, parsley powder, and some dried basil. Giving that a mix to incorporate it. Again, topping up with water as you need to make sure that your potatoes are fully covered. Added 2 bay leaves. And I mean, look at the amount of soup. 2 little bay leaves, put them to work. Bring it to boil, let it simmer. Now I let mine simmer for a couple of hours, and then whenever it was ready, I chopped up some parsley, a little bit of basil. I love parsley. Added that into the soup. This is where I then mashed it. There we go. See the textural difference? It just thickens it up. And then we served it alongside some baguettes topped with our vegan butter, and I just topped mine with chives. And then we sat down, my husband and I, for dinner, and I must say it was absolutely delicious. That's Kevin's bowl, that's mine. Just been sitting editing the 2 cooking clips from today. That's kind of what I've been up to since dinner. While I was doing it, I had this Lind Classic vegan hazelnut chocolate, and it is absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10, recommend, even if you aren't vegan. Now I am genuinely exhausted. I want to get ready for bed and relax. R-E-L-A-X, relax, enter. No fancy coffee at work. On the instant. I'm in the kitchen, I'm making a coffee. Yeah. But I thought, no, she'll drive down to my house and fucking kill me. Before we just come home. I know, I said, are you fucking messing? I said I'd be having a fucking hernia. Fucking hell. Oh. Told you? Ooh, I like that. That was absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Delicious. Just going for a walk now. It's absolutely freezing. Don't know why I never put on my jacket. But I'm looking forward to dinner. I think it'll be nice. I'll do that when I get in. And then I have to get ready for bed again to go back to work in the morning. So, what a day. Fun. Stop being cheeky. Out of 10, delicious.
me, the height of luxury is drinking 3 liquids at once, you know, like 1 for fun, 1 for hydration, and then 1 for energy.
I'm just zooming to the Aldi because I want to see if there's any little picky bits to get, and I want a tomato, and I'll have a little look in the vegan freezer section, so see you then. Red onion, cabbage, shallots, pepper. I think I'll like that. And then look at these we choose. It's probably gonna be nice. Little chicken. That's what I got the other day. Like the chicken burgers. Here's what I was going on about the other day. Got 2 little bags worth. It was good. They have such a good selection in there, you know. And it's so like inexpensive compared to even the Sainsbury's. I'll do a little haul. I need to hurry up and get back to work because I mean, I'm on lunch yet, so. Got some of these little pots, had loads. Lentil stew, a plant-based spicy burger, the no steak bake. I think that'll be nice. Fishless fingers. Love is tomato sauce vegan?
Oh,
Tomato sauce. The 3 beans. Got another one of them because they're nice for lunch. Nutritional yeast, only because Kevin bought a vegan cookbook and everything has that in it, but I don't actually know what it is. Yeah, vegan mayo, just in case. I got the other style of these because there's 2 styles.
Flavour or something.
There's a red one and that one. Some little
Like wasabi flavour.
wasabi, yeah. Do you like wasabi?
No,
Oh, I do. Parsley. Oh, look, they do that.
Is it cheaper or?
I'm sure they're only £1. Vegan bites, chocolate, and orange. But that'll be nice. More parsley. Red onion from a guacamole. Lens
Is that what onion you
from
put in it?
guacamole. Yeah, red onion. Lentil shepherd's pie.
Oh, that looks nice.
I think that'll be lovely. Chilies from guacamole. A little enliven. And then, because I'm going to have...
broccoli as well.
Yeah. Because I'm going to have
You
my...
like the long stem broccoli?
I prefer it, you know. Because I'm going to have the Thai green curry. And then I thought for a side I could do some lovely like roasted potatoes with roasted...
Bad as well. I just be sitting there eating that.
I'm sure I put my receipt in here. I think I've lost it. Well, it came to £27, all this. No, it came to £27 though. That's quite good though, isn't it? Because really that's a week's worth of food if you were...
Planning it out, yeah.
If you want to eat it properly.
You can make it, yeah.
The Battle of the Chili Bowls. Aldi versus Corn.
I say vegetarian that younger, I've never tried.
It's probably about 10. And that, you know, yesterday, when I went genuinely nice options out there were back in my day. Whenever I was younger, there was nothing you could have.
But it's like soya. You mix it all water, it sort of turns into like a mint. You use a plastic, and that's what it is.
Whenever I was a student, I used to buy corn mints because it was only £1 and mints was $2.50. Here we've got Claire's, we've got my corn. Let's go. You ready, Claire?
You like the shape of it, yeah?
What's nice?
That's so nice.
I know.
Oh yeah, it's so nice.
Not.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice, having like 2 of them, adding a bit more rice, a bit more candy beans and putting it in a wrap?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That one went. So this is the corn. This was the Aldi plant-based. See, I had this yesterday for lunch and I had this today. This was okay. I would give it a 6. This a 10. Out of the 2, I would definitely go with the plant menu 3-bean chili. It was absolutely delicious, so saucy. It even smelled better, had a better texture. So 6 for this, 10 for this. Absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10, what would you rate it?
Oh, 20 out of 10.
Because it is saucy enough that you could add more rice to it.
Oh yeah, you definitely could. You wouldn't like water it down.
No.
Yeah, some chocolate tomatoes.
We're saying if you got home from work and you needed just like a quick 15-minute meal, you could well build like a quick, yeah.
So lovely, like
It
to pick
really
it up
is.
like with a wrap and that, yeah. It's so
And only for
fun.
£1.50.
Yeah, you spend more than that when like you buy your dinner when you're that way.
Yeah.
$1.50, like that's amazing.
A Greg's sausage rolls went to £1.05.
Well,
So, me and Claire were talking about how healthy it is being like vegan and vegetarian, and as I look, and the corn isn't actually vegan, it's only vegetarian. It's got rehydrated free range egg white in it. I'm a bit disappointed in myself for not checking, but so, at least it was still vegetarian. It's teaching me to look more carefully at the labels and not just assume, and I preferred the vegan one anyway, so. Whenever I got home from work, I had a flare-up of pain. I've got a ongoing health condition that I don't really know what to say about it. But the pain yesterday when I got back was bad. So I ended up going in bed and staying there until the next day when I had to get back up from work. Sorry the vlog had ended so abruptly on this day. Having some Freddy straws for breakfast. They're nice. I would say if you were gonna have a pack of the crisps for like a little snack or that, like they're not the nicest crisps ever going, like I would prefer Pringles which are vegan, but they're a nice little snack just to get you through for like an hour or two, so can't complain. Yeah. So we just had the little shepherd's pie and it was very nice, but give it a 7. I would say it's nowhere near as nice as the chili, but in a pinch I would give it again. Perfect little size for like lunches and work, so I'm definitely going to pick up some more. I would say the potato ratio was a little bit high, and it wasn't actually potato and it was a little bit sweet, so I think it would be nice if I added a little bit more pepper next time and a little bit more salt if needed. But overall, a good little lunch. Very nice, very nice. Hi guys, so for dinner I made some guacamole. Just cut the avocado, de-seeded, and then scooped into a bowl like whenever I was made avocado and toast. Added half a red onion, just chopped that up finely. Again, it didn't have to be too fine because it was going for that kind of chunky, funky, fresh. Half a lime, and then some garlic. Just peeling that and chopping it up. I then took chili, topped and tailed. I cut out the membrane because I didn't want it too hot, and then just again cubed that up, giving it a fine little chop, and then some parsley, which is in almost every single recipe I make. Tomatoes, halved, quartered, and just got everything ready before I started assembling the guac. I used some olive oil to help me start mashing, salt, pepper, half my lime juice, and then I started to mash away before adding my garlic, chili, onion and tomato and the parsley. Giving that a good little mix and mash, eyeballing it as you go along. Do you want more onion? Do you want more chili? Can you handle the heat? I obviously put in a lot of parsley because I love that. Just put that on a plate and then put around it some salted original Pringles, topped with paprika, dried parsley and pepper. And that was my dinner. Very nice.
Are melting on my tongue.
Cheer myself up with a little treat night. I'm watching Vera. And then I finished my guac. 10 out of 10. So I tried my little vegan brownie, and I'll be honest, it's a little bit dry. It's a little bit dry. Oh, do you know what would be nice though? I don't have none, but probably a bit of vegan ice cream, and then to warm it up in the microwave. Not my favourite, but the Lindt chocolate that I had, not yesterday, the day before, that was definitely, I would have that again. So I'm just relaxing now because my stomach's hurting me a little bit again. But I had all my guac, so. Here is my coffee again of the morning, but I don't need to tell you that the tried the hazelnut alpine, and it's my favourite coffee for milk thus far that I have found on my journey. And then on to making brunch, really, because it was about 11 o'clock, I think, when I was making this. And I was doing the fishless fingers, just popped them in the grill following the package instructions. Then used the vegan butter to butter my bread. I checked the bread's vegan. tomato sauce, dried parsley, salt, pepper, you know the score. And then whenever they were done, just took them out. Whenever they were still warm, topped them with some sprinkled in salt. And then just assembled my sandwich together, topped with more tomato sauce, which is what I was googling the other day. It's tomato sauce vegan, which you've seen before in this vlog. And there's the sandwich. The lentil stew. That is really nice. It'd be nice with a little bit of like parsley or something, like brighten up the flavour, maybe like a little squeeze of lime. But that's lovely. I'd say so far an 8. Yeah, nicer than the shepherd's pie. Not as nice as the chili. So just finished dinner, and yeah, I would say it was a good 7. I would definitely recommend if you're going to have it that bit of lime juice or a little bit of parsley. But I really enjoyed it, and again, as I was saying, they're the perfect little lunch. And I was saying to Joan, they're filling and have you filled up for hours. So definitely recommend. Now I'm gonna have my coffee with my almond milk, because that's what I've got on work, and get ready to close. So for a late night dinner of the night, we ended up getting the McPlant from McDonald's. That's what we're working with. It's nice, isn't it?
I'm glad.
It's got a good texture. It's got a beefy taste. Is this Beyond Meat? I've heard from a few friends that either vegetarian or vegan, the Beyond Meat and the Beyond Burgers is the best comparable to real meat. Success. To be honest, I'm quite shocked, because to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of McDonald's. I won't go into that now because I'm too tired and my stomach's sore. I prefer this to McDonald's normal burgers. Shocking. Controversial. Shocking. 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Gonna finish this up and go to sleep. Hey, for breakfast I'm just having the vegan Greg sausage roll. So I like these. They've got like a nice consistency. And Greg's has got that like nice little spice in all their sausage rolls that they like. 9 out of 10. Good for a little breakfast snack. I'm just having the little plantain for dinner. Just 8 minutes in the microwave. Let's do that now. I'm home and I need salt. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started that I was like, oh, I don't really know about this, because Thai green curry is like one of my top 5 favourite foods. But the more it went on, I really enjoyed it. I think it was just so delicious. Honestly, I enjoyed that so much. Flavourful, it just tasted like a Thai green curry. I really enjoyed the vegetable choices that they put into it. If I was going to give a bit of criticism, I would say I wish it was a little bit more saucy. I'd give that 8.5 out of 10. And before I knew it, the end of the week had rolled around, and it was time to make some brunch. I began by washing and boiling some purple stem broccoli, just ripping off the stem but whenever it broke naturally, and just boiling that away. I just wanted a quick, easy little brunch this day because we were invited to be dinner guests. We're actually meant to go in the first week of January, but obviously the COVID couldn't go. So I just wanted something light that wasn't too heavy, too filling, had a fresh flavour. I just sauteed some broccoli with chilli, garlic, lemon, parsley, obviously, put parsley and everything. And it was just one of those cooking experiences where I just like took my time, and because I had to wait for the pastry things to be done in the oven anyway, and they took like, what, I don't know, 15-20 minutes maybe. So I had time just to like take my time, cook it slowly, like that shot. So nice. I love broccoli. I think broccoli, sweet corn is probably my favourite vegetables. And obviously the parsley will just wilt down with the heat of the broccoli. Salt straight out of the oven because it'll let it here better. And it just came together so quick, this little brunch. The music choice of a lullaby. What the fuck? And there was the inside. Honestly, it was really, really nice. I would say 9.5 out of 10. Absolutely delicious. Getting the train back home. So fun. Did they tell you it was at dinner? That's where it was. Never. Hello, come on now. Hiya, I'm quite busy today, so just a little quick update. I went to the Harm when I got into work because I wanted some alternative to milk, but there was none. There was nothing in the Harm, to be honest, so if you're vegan I wouldn't go there. And then I went to Greg's, I got an orange juice, and that was it. And then back to work. So I had this for lunch, ended up that's all I had. But it was nice, a bit thick, hand sugar, nice. Filled me up really, to be honest with you. Now I'm just having one of the classic 3 bean chili things for lunch. There's not really much going on today. I'm sorry, this is a bit boring of the Monday vlog, but like, I've seen what I'm doing all week, so I'm got 2, then another big 3. Sled cut stab. Bing! So just had my little hot 10 out of 10, recommend. Oh, stomach sore the night. So I'm just gonna go do some work. And then Kevin sent me clips of him making dinner. I don't know what. That footage into some sort of, so here's that soup, I think maybe. I'm still here. Just thought I would do a little quick update to let you know that I'm exhausted and tired. What a vlog. What a day. I've gotten on the show and done wrong. Hope dinner's nice though. No, I'm quite hungry now. I'm looking forward to Kevin's dinner. Got another hour left in here and then home. Lovely to come into. This little girl, lovely to come into. It's like texture, like. What from it?
Check plant-based.
Like what you put in it?
onion. Oh.
And on Tuesday, I decided to use up the rest of the products that I had in the fridge, and so I decided to make a bolognese. I started with the ragu, but obviously, as I was saying, with making just with what I had, took out the carrots and also added in some additional scallions or spring onion or French onion, depending on where you're from. I then just cut them off, cutting off any bits that were starting to turn, and cut them, preparing everything that I had. I then used my tomatoes, don't worry, I had some chopped tomatoes after this, because I'm not going to go far with fucking 6 tomatoes. And then halved and quartered my tomatoes before pushing them to the side, and I used the remainder of half a garlic bulb, crushing, cutting off the butt and peeling them, and then giving them a little dice, a little chop, just rough, whatever, and then cut up a lime. Once I prepared all my ingredients, then I went into sauteing. I just added it together, and then in a frying pan I started to burn off some Aldi's meat-free mince. I added my tomato base, paste, garlic and thyme, just making sure that I cooked through my tomato paste. And then added 19 crimes. Thank God that is vegan, or I would have had an absolute hernia, because it's my favourite wine. See additional videos on this channel. I then added some lentils and vegetable stock cube, and then the remainder of the herbs I had left in the fridge. Mine just happened to be chives down partially also, so that's what I went with. I just give them a little rough chop just to make sure that there wasn't no massive pieces, and added that into my sauce to simmer with some dried oregano. Once it had simmered, I added my chopped tomatoes into the broth along with my meat-free mince. I then gave that a stir and left it for about half an hour. Once that was done, I then began to make my pasta. Dried pasta is vegan, fresh pasta mostly won't be because of the egg content. Just make sure you're checking your own packets. I then just cook this as you would cook pasta, 9 minutes in boiling water. And then cut up some basil I had remaining, put that in a pasta bowl, and I topped it with my basil, pepper and some nutritional yeast flakes. It was absolutely beautiful. Bon appetit! 10 out of 10. I then tried some vegan cookies that Claire had given me. I thought, oh, delicious, chocolatey vegan goodness. First bite, moreish, give me more. I went in for another bite and near broke a fucking tooth. Thanks, Claire. I'm not saying it's a rough week, but this just made me cry.
I'm so sorry. Can I stop you? I'm so sorry. You would do this to me and I would do this for you. You've got pen on your chin. And I'm going to be so sad when you see this.
Such a good...
Your face. Amanda, have you got a little bit of concealer out there?
That's
embarrassed.
So
no, don't be embarrassed.
really good.
That was really nice, Fran. A little lunch, I would say 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Proper nice, really enjoyed it. Do that noise, listen. Oh, no, never mind. Thought I was going to stop it. And the dinner was so good, I repeated it on Wednesday so that it wasn't going to waste. I had my bolognese, remainder leftovers. It was delicious. Bolognese is always better the next day. 10 out of 10. Thursday, I started making some mashed potato. This is a meal that I wanted to make, but the thought of putting an oat milk or nut milk in the mashed potato was off-putting to me, so as you see, I don't. I began by peeling and cubing potatoes, adding a stock cube and putting them on the boil. I paired this with one of the Aldi's meat-free pies and placed that into the oven. I paired it with some peas from a can, added mint, salt and pepper and brought them to a light simmer. I
chopped up some fresh parsley, making sure that there was no large chunks. I checked my potatoes were fork tender before draining, returning to the pan and adding some vegan butter, salt, pepper, dried parsley and fresh parsley. I mashed it, checking the consistency, adding more butter if needed. Added some nutritional yeast and give that a little stir. I drained my peas, got my pies, a bit burnt, don't want to hear about it, and added them to the plate. The peas, pie and mash was a delicious meal that was homely, comforting and just what I needed. 10 out of 10. Delicious. Mwah. Thanks, loves. That smells lovely.
Just on my way home now from our cultural lunch. Kevin done his Palestinian. What was his cultural lunch? I'll explain what it is after. I'll see you in a minute. He didn't tell you what it was, so I'll just tell you dead quick. Every Friday in the community centre they have cultural breakfast thing where every week they try a different culture based on someone like either that goes to the group that is from that culture or has like a tie to it. So one week I'm doing like an Northern Ireland week, but I don't know what I'm going to make for that yet. But just not important. So that's going to be fun. But it's just a good way for different cultures in the community to come together, get to know each other. And I think there's nothing more beautiful than sharing food, because I think it speaks massively to your culture. Whenever I was thinking about my Northern Ireland week and what we made and how it was made, and there was an emphasis on potato, and obviously that's to do with like it's a cheap meal, traditionally farmers, Irish famine, all that jazz. So I think that's going to be good, but you'll be along for the vlog for that day, whenever that is. I think it's in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks or something. Anyway, that's what it is. Beautiful, it was very fun. So
I'm loving it. I mean, it's alright. I couldn't sleep this night, and so I came to the kitchen to make a good blooming food go pot food thing. It wasn't that nice. 3 out of 10.
Claire got me some vegan snacks. So watching Vera, which I said we watched like a week ago, I had my vegan jellies and the other cookies of the one that I broke my tooth. And then for dinner I just made some Chinese and fired. No chicken strips. They were absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10 chicken strips. So I'm just having my little yellow Thai curry on this Sunday for my Sunday dinner. That's all I'm having today because my stomach goes sore. Just in case I get peckish later because I'm at work all day. I got some Pringles original, so we'll see. Who knows what I'll have? But I'm having that now, so.
Cause you know I'm drowning in my sea. Baby, don't you see me? Need you here to save me. It's not easy, no, that someone hurt me. Baby, but you're right, and all is in my heart. Oh, is in the past, all in the past. Nothing but a healing, baby, when you're right. Just give me time, I make it smile. Hurt it when you leave me. Now you're here to save me. Baby, 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 you're nice. Tell me if you wanna let me like I. Baby, 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 guess what? I wanna you save me. I wanna you save me. Baby, 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 baby.
So it's starchy and bread. On the chip, my least favourite form of potato. Edible. 5 out of 10. I'd very much just like to point out that this milk from the Aldi is not the best. It's like drinking marzipan. It's so almondy, it's overly sweet, but it's the only milk I have, and I need coffee or want to have a breakdown. We'll have a repeat of last week's Monday vlog where it's a little bitch all day. Off to work. Ciao. I've finished work now and I'm just on my way to the Asda to get Beyond Meat because I think you're going to get it in Asda, but I don't know. I think I'm going to make tacos, but I'm going to see if they've got a lime and coriander cilantro. If I've had that, that's what I'll make. So, it's absolutely freezing today. And then it was time for lunch. I started by just doing my little vegetable bag with some boiling water and salt before leaving that to simmer and bringing it to a hard boil while I prepared my chicken teriyaki pieces from the Aldi. I just fried these in a little olive oil, making sure they were golden, crispy and cooked through before tossing in the remainder of my vegetables and giving it a little wok together. Into this I added some soy sauce. And then the instant noodle packets, I just used one of them. It is vegan, I checked. I just done that by the packet instructions, adding parsley, curry powder and some of the seasoning from the noodles into my pan before incorporating together, adding lime juice and preparing to plate up. I got a nice little sear on all of this and it was absolutely delicious. I finished it up with some sesame seeds and some dried parsley. This meal was honestly one of the best I've had all month, an 11 out of 10. Absolutely delicious. Look at that. So I'm just taking Cookie for her little walk and then Kevin's only in the 7, so I'm going to make dinner. Cookie, come on. You nosy. So I don't think it's take long to make dinner tonight, so looking forward to it because I'm making tacos, but I never got mince because do you remember I was saying in the Asda you get the Beyond Meat, you get it in Tesco, so that's that. Go. Just go now, tidy up, clean up a bit. So I'll be starting dinner soon enough, so off to clean. This meal, I began by getting my taco seasoning together and starting to prepare my vegetables. I chopped up an onion, just getting it into a little cube and placing that in a frying pan with my no beef and starting to cook that through following the packet instructions until fully cooked and crispy. Then in a food processor, I started to blend tomatoes, a chili, onion, garlic and coriander. I then blitzed this all together to make my salsa. Truth be told, I did overblend this. I then finished up with some lime juice and salt and pepper. That's Cookie snoring. I then tossed in my taco seasoning. Honestly, I doubled what you've seen on screen, and in all honesty, it could take about double the double. It wasn't the most flavourful of meat, to be honest. I then started making a quick guacamole. So just in a food processor I done this, just blending up my avocado, red onion, added lime juice and some tomatoes, salt and pepper. And of course, a little bit of chili just to bring that nice warmth. I finished off with some parsley because it's my favourite.
cutting up some parsley, I then added that into my beef and heated some refried beans, adding some kidney beans, and then I prepared my salad to go alongside my tacos. Once the meat was finished, I prepared to serve, placing it into a dish. I then topped with some parsley, coriander, and lime juice. I used some pre-made taco shells and just placed them in the oven to warm through before plating and served alongside some vegan nacho chips. Kevin wanted a quesadilla, and so I just made that quickly by placing a corn naan in the fryer, adding some vegan cheese, red onion, and frying until crispy on both sides.
Some sort of frame, I'm sure. Dinner was nice. I think texturally, that beef thing again wasn't really my favourite. And funny enough, what I had for lunch, like the noodles things in it, you've just seen it, you've literally just seen me making it. That chicken in that was lovely. I like the texture of that, but with dinner, I think it was just unusual too because it wasn't actually minced and I was making tacos. Really, I should have just made fajitas, but I had my heart set on the tacos. And it was an ambitious dinner. Guac, salsa verdes, you think in a processor, shut up. So I'm just editing some of the vlog now because obviously I signed up for 52 days and I've just turned vegan. I don't really know what I'm doing because I'm vlogging every day of my life. So I'm just going to finish this month and decide what I'm doing. Will I just continue doing the Mondays? Will I just do here's what I ate? I don't know what I'm doing really because I never expected to turn fully vegan, but here we are. Very behind at it and very behind. So probably edit for another half an hour, jump in the shower. Chillax. See you soon. See ya soon, love.
And before I knew, the end of the week had rolled around. My broccoli. And before I know it, it was the fuck. And before I know it, it was the fuck me.
Oh, you're just gonna have to be one, okay? I can't do nothing for you this moment. Just want to try this, my little treat, and then I'm editing for another 10 minutes. Then I'm finishing for the day because I'm doing my own heading. Oh, that's good. Is coca? Yeah. That is delicious. Got like a slight, it's meant to be almond, but it's so annoying, sorry. But it's got like a slight aftertaste of like, what's that thing called? Coffee. Very nice. I like it so much. That's something I think is amazing nowadays. The amount of vegan alternatives there is out there. Oh, actually, I just want to say, like, going to where have I been so far? Sainsbury's, the Aldi I go to all the time, and Asda. I think Asda had the worst stuff, and it was the most expensive I've spent so far. More expensive than Sainsbury's, and I got more fruit in Sainsbury's. I think. What did I buy today? Stuff to make tacos. Came to £40, £70 or something. And the cap going over the speaker. Oh, Jan Veganary or whatever, vegan January. The cap said war. But 2 tins of soup on the end aisle and that one little like 2-section thing. So we'll not be going back to the Asda for my vegan adventures unless I'm in a pickle. Pickle. I don't think, because it's not the best. I am literally moaning that I'm editing. No one even told you. No one's asked you for like a fucking 2-hour video of eating in a month. Working away, editing and just making more stuff to edit. I'll do it. So it's just weird seeing me edit stuff that you watched. And you know where I'm at now. Where I'm editing. Inception. Raw. I'm so angry at myself. I was just about to get ready to start filming my little daily outro, but my stomach's killing me. Just gonna sit here for a minute and chill and see if the pain goes away, but if not, I shall see you tomorrow. Okay, so I need to just tell you what's going on because I keep alluding to my stomach pains and going into it briefly.
I'll just tell you what it is, and you can Google it if you want. I've got a rupture of the intestine. I've got to get my gallbladder out. I've got gallstones travelling along the intestine. I've got lumps on my liver, and I think maybe an ulcer in my stomach that's causing me to bleed. So do with that what you will. I don't want no sympathy. I don't want no comments about it. That's just, I need to tell you what's going on, because I think as the year goes on, it's just going to get worse. I'm waiting on surgery, but when that'll be, God knows. I just wanted something dead quick and easy. Stomach was sore, I was in work, I thought, you know what, just give me something. 5 minutes this took, 5 minutes, can you believe it? So the falafels that I got in the Aldi the other day, along with some avocado, just cut that up into little slices, because I was going to do a little cornbread wrap, because I was just using up the wrap that I had left from the Taco Monday meal. That was the rest of the lettuce. Look at that, using up what you got. Who would have thought it? And then I just made my wrap, vegan mayonnaise, the avocados, the falafel, squish it down with a fork. On top of that, I put in some lettuce and give it a tight little roll. And this meal was absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Honestly, a win. Claire's just got me a little coffee out of the Greggs. They unfortunately don't do a vegan coffee, because obviously they've only got 2 machines. But they just give me the little soy and milk substitute. This only says vegetarians. It's better be fucking vegan. Will be.
Why wouldn't it not?
There's loads of stuff that only says vegetarian on it, and I'm like... E? What am I thinking? Is it the look? Oh, I'm overcast, you can't see. Could I pull it off? Cookie Robinson-Hale, screw me, miss. Just waiting on our dinner to come. We ordered caribou, poutine, Canadian. Obviously got vegan. And I got salt and pepper, chickens, Chinese, fusion. Good conversation, everyone. Oh, great, baby. So I'll have my little first bite with you. For me, poutine anyway, base level's just like a 5 out of 10. It's not my favourite food. To be quite frank, I don't really like a cheese curd. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about a vegan cheese curd. Kids vegan cheese so far has been like the one that I think's the biggest hit or miss. And the milk. Well, no, it was vegan. Try the chicken. You don't even know. That wasn't real chicken. For being a vegan meal, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. But obviously with it being poutine, which was a 5 baseline anyway, it's only getting a 5. These scores are all over the place. Because I get things I don't even like 7 sometimes.
Just stays vegan.
No.
Stays the plain chicken.
No, what? You wouldn't even think, would you? Just soy, crazy.
Definitely vegan, or?
Yeah, that's different. Good morning. My lips are cut. I'm gonna make brunch.
We'll try a Wordle for some content. So, here we go. Go, 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 go. I need a haircut. Just having a wee gander, a wee goose about what I want for dinner. Not really none of that, to be quite honest. I mean, I do have this. That's easy, isn't it? Just want something quick and, you know. Don't know what I'm having for dinner yet, but if I do, oh, is this for me? But when I do, I'm sure I'll update you, so. Ended up just ordering, so. Just stay there for 1 second. I'll show you what I got. So we got the sushi, and we ordered. Are you messing? Down here, for you. Hello. There's Dolly. Just gonna have to roll with it. So I got my sushi order. I got the avocado vegan mayo wrap in a nori roll. So that looks nice. Some of these, they're like little dumplings. Fresh, healthy. Got this drink. It's like a sour apple. We'll try that in a second. Some wasabi. Oh, it's wasabi vegan. Yeah, it's wasabi vegan. Yeah, but I'm sure it is. And then I got the little It's like a vegan platter thing. This is called the plant par. I like sushi. Just can't be bothered cooking. So I think this is just a nice little like meal. So we'll do a taste test of this. Or do you want to see well, taste test of sushi? Tastes the same really, doesn't it? Fresh. Oh. I love sour apple. Just while I'm in here on a virtual lunch date with my friend. A mukbang, as it were. I got the page after page of delicious cooking plates. This is the vegan book I was talking about, but I haven't really looked at it. Grilled avocado with red. Does not look nice. I think we should try to like follow a recipe one day. So far I've just been making whatevs. That's one thing I found about being vegan is one, it's good because I'm like cooking more, and two, it's forcing me to like think out meals. So obviously because my stomach hurts me like all the time, there's days where like I actively just choose not to eat because it hurts too much when I do. And it's not like eating vegan food, it's eating literally all food. But I suppose that's what's good about going vegan. Serves 2 as a light lunch or 4 as a starter. A starter? What do I need? Avocado, easy. Pinto beans or red kidney beans. I prefer kidney beans. I do prefer kidney bean. Oregano or oregano and salt. Well, that does not just sound easy peasy lemon scoop. So what's actually in it? But just an avocado grilled with some beans. Also, I was going to do Beyond Booktube, Vegan Tube, Artist Tube. This is my TBR for this month, and this is what I read, and these are my star ratings, and follow me on Goodreads. And honestly, after the whole COVID and after the first week, haven't read at all. Veggie root fries, easy peasy. Cashew mozzarella, absolutely not. Vegetable stock, easy. Kamame, no time at all. Me. Speedy cheats, not milk. What you do? The speedy milk is the answer if you're out of cartons or plant-based milk. Me all the time, does my head in. It calls for just the ingredients in a blender. Don't have a blender, so. Super fast Thai blender curry. Earmark that one. I think I'll have some sort of cooking knowledge. Just using up because I think whenever, like the tacos, whenever you're planning just for like to make that one meal, I think you buy just what you need for that, and then you really are spending more money than what you would. However, I will say the other day I was a bit hard on the ass though, because when I was talking about it to other people about what I actually got, vegan oxo beef stock cubes, and I think that's good because I wanted something like that to make like shepherd's pies and. Do you know what I mean? That's good, and they did have, but like there wasn't the biggest selection, like the way they carry on in their advertisements. I said to Kevin, because that night whenever we got home, we kept coming up because he was watching the new Liverpool, I don't know what it's called, with Martin Freeman. See a policeman in this? He's watching that, and the advert for it kept being like Asda, Faganari, or whatever it's called. I was like, get a grip. Right, so I need to go. I had my sushi, it was lovely. Now I'm just making wee tea and going to bed.
Oh my fucking god. I'm just on my way to Greg's to get some for lunch. So I'll let you know what I got. Absolutely not. What I'm saying here is redacted.
Gonna have lunch. It's hours later after my sausage roll. I just had a coffee and I'm having a little quick Pringle. But I finished work in like an hour, so I gotta go. I had my Pringles. Do you ever have, that's from whenever, do you remember whenever I had my chili bowl and I said, oh, my stomach's sore, I wanted to eat them, well I never ate them, that was them. None of them days, whenever like you're not even hungry until you have like one crisp and then you'll be ravenous. Also, look what I done earlier on, I cut my hair. Not the best. Oops, and it is, eh? Fill my water bottle up for the morning, because I've only got 20 minutes left. Woohoo! So, I've got home from work and I was going to my little vegan sandwich I got from Greg's. I had every intention of warming up in the oven, but I'm just too... my wedding ring. But I'm just too exhausted. We've just ordered McDonald's again. But I've just ordered the McVegan, the McPlant, the veggie dippers again, because I don't even really like chips. But I ordered, but they probably won't come because McDonald's never puts everything in the bag. Very first order problem actually there, Joe. What am I on about? Oh, the sweet curry. I've arrived. The sweet curry sauce. It's vegan, so that's nice. It's apparently tomato paste, coriander, garlic. Must be curry powder somewhere in there, obviously, because it's sweet curry. There's the food. See you in a bit. Well, you won't, because I'm not going to show you because you've seen it. So I'll just see you in the morning, loves, because I'm in work all day. Ding dong. Cookie. It's okay. Cookie. Is that your McDonald's? No, remembered it. We got some veggie dippers and I'm Good morning. I've had such a rough night. I was awake until about 5. My alarm went off at 6:30. My stomach was just in bulk. And now I've got a 14.5-hour day ahead of me. This should be fun. Ready to get ready for work. Also, remind me to ask Kevin to make sausage casserole on Monday, because that will remind me to remind him, because I'll see this when I'm at him. So windy today. Not to be repetitive, but I've literally got the exact same things as yesterday. So I've got this. I don't really want it, but just for an emergency, because it's busy on a Saturday obviously, and I don't know if we'll be able to get a chance to go out to get something else. So if not, I've got that, and then just like sausage rolls again. So great. I need to go shopping. It's literally been 10 hours since I've spoke to you. I haven't even had my vegan sausage roll or my little vegan friendly. Look at the colour I have. It's even the same sandwich, just I think my stomach's sore in the day, you know? Really sore. I think I can go and eat until I get home maybe. I don't even know, I'm just tired. So, guess I'll see you when I finish. Just got in from work. Oh, do you know what I was thinking? I haven't even met them. Why don't you make your sausage casserole on Monday with the vegan sausages? I don't know how to. This is what I've got for dinner. The comes in, have to hurry up. From Ganache. Is it the sweet potatoes? No, because it's cold. That's potato. Some flipper. That'll be not look nice now actually. That smells lovely. Homemade hummus. I love that. Pickly stuff. I love that. That's probably my favourite bit out of the one place. You know what's this cold thing?
Hummus, homemade hummus.
The hummus at the bottom of that. And some extra hummus. Lots of hummus. So that's that. So I'm gonna have dinner for Kevin punches me in the face or something. Thanks. Happy Sunday. Just making a little hearty sweet potato and lentil curry, but just as a wee snack. Breakfast is where. It's not breakfast because I've been off for ages dealing with stuff. Then I'll see what's what after what they eat. I need to go and buy food. Really bad, you know. Got no one to eat. Yes, you can. I've just put some of the. I need salt. I'm just putting some of that in there. I'm just having my little, just put in a quick order with the Asda through Uber Eats because you had 40% off. And like obviously I still need to go to the supermarket, but they shut at 4 o'clock on Sunday and I don't want to. So I'll go to the Sainsbury's tomorrow day because it's Kevin's turn to cook, but he's in work, so I think I'm doing it as I'm off tomorrow as well. So that's what we'll be doing then. So I'm just waiting on my Aston, just eating my little sweet curry thing. So see you in a bit. The order from the thing came. That's for dinner tonight. I'm doing some of that. Then I got this. Got some of that. Some of them. Some of them. Got that, and that, and then the rest of it never came. So great.
And then the storm came. As the rains beat on the window pane, I wanted something homely and warming, and so I decided to make a vegan version of a roast. Kinda. I started by parboiling some potatoes, cutting and preparing some onions and garlic before tossing them in oil. I then prepared a spice mix of parsley, basil, oregano, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, pepper, salt, and some za'atar. I then give this a mix and set aside while I infused some butter and oil with the garlic from before. I then drained my potatoes and allowed them to steam dry before returning to my roasting dish and mashing with a potato masher, putting in the oven at gas mark 6 until they were golden and brown. I then trimmed the stems of my broccoli before parboiling. I made a gravy of flour, nutritional yeast, soy sauce, and our spice mix before preparing the rest of my vegetables. I parboiled my sweet corn and munch too while I whisked my gravy until thickened. I then placed my pies from the Aldi into the oven, topping with pepper, while I fried the rest of my vegetables in some olive oil and butter. Once my potatoes were almost done, I scooted them aside and added my broccoli to the roasting dish and returned to the oven until the broccoli was roasted a little. Once done, I put my seasoning mix on top of my potatoes and give a shake. I then started to plate up my broccoli, sweet corn, munch too, my pie, and of course, the lovely potatoes. These were a 10 out of 10. And the gravy. I was always scared of making a vegan gravy, but this was delicious. Recommend even if you're not vegan. And this plate was just what needed. It was comforting and warm. It filled me up. It was like getting a hug from a plate. Delectable.
It's a proper storm outside, and that, brush my teeth, and that dinner was just lovely. It was a roast dish, kinda, on a Sunday. Don't even like roast, but I like that. Very nice. I'd give that a 10 out of 10. I'd have that again right now. Clean plate all around. Gonna brush my teeth. I said to myself last night, I said, Joe, do not go to bed without a voiceover. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the voiceover and then export it and then go to bed. Well, I'm not going to bed. I want to read for a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you tomorrow for actually Monday, the Monday vlog. See what we're doing. Probably have to go and get food somewhere. Some stage of the day, like. But I've asked Kevin about 5 times what's actually in a sausage casserole. He won't tell me, so I don't even know if we'll be having that. But I'm sure you'll see tomorrow what we're having. So see you in a bit, loves. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. This is April. Could you tell I have a degree in the drama, darling? The facial expressions tell it all. It makes me a terrible liar. But I never lie, because I'm very honest.
It is so cold today. Freezing I am. Just going to Sainsbury's to get something for dinner tonight and just shopping in general because I've got nothing. Don't know. You'll see me in there, you'll see me after because it gets a bit embarrassing. Be embarrassed. It gets get panic attacks, to be honest. That's a bit foreboding. Just sitting here, catch breath for a minute. Being to the Sainsbury's, I feel like my bags are going to break. Look, hanging on for dear life. Jesus. But yeah, I got a lot of good stuff that I didn't even think was possible to get on the vegan options, so I'll show you when I get it after 2 minutes. Yeah, so I got this no Caesar chicken plant-based made up. I never knew you could get that. Vegan Caesar. Some ham, never like, I'm very honest. Parsley, obviously. Some more cheese to go with dinner tonight. Some rice, there's another one floating around somewhere. These tins of Love Your Veg, vegan, is this one vegan? Yeah, vegan. Vegan Thai curries, some butter, a drink, some limes, chopped tomatoes, baked beans and kidney beans, energize yourself, plant-based mince, got 2 of them, there's another one somewhere, 2 hazelnut, 1 for the house, 1 for work, and this oat said barista, so got 1 of them to try. The hunt for good milk continues. A cold brew vegan coffee, I didn't know you could get this. Ben & Jerry's vegan, New York style pastrami, toothpaste, red onion, some celery, salt, and is Red Bull vegan? No. Well, just... oops, I won't drink that. Oh, and all that came to $54.16, but my wine was £10, so 44. Sad. I had my sandwich. Maybe some things should remain not vegan because we won't have it again. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Many decisions was made to making me leave the house like this, like a boiled potato. I'm not here to tell you. I'm just going to go for a walk, get back, start dinner, finish tidying, film the intro for the start of this video. Did you see all those weeks ago? What a journey we've been on. My breath when he walked up the hill. Be long because I'm going to go and phone my nanny because I've got a missed call from her and she'll share that. Never don't phone her back. So I'll see you either mid-walk or when I get home. Either or. I'm just back from a walk. I couldn't update you no more because I was on the phone to my nanny all that time. I was on there for half an hour. Gonna do one voiceover. I really don't like doing them, you know, which wasn't fucking to do it anyway. I'm going to do one voiceover and then going to start dinner for the night because I really think my ambition of getting everything uploaded tomorrow is not going to happen. Wee vegan vlog on, I don't know, you'll see it when you see it, alright? Can't help you. Oh look, that's Books by Lala, some watching next. Very good YouTuber, watch her all the time. I need to start dinner, let's go. And then it was time for dinner. I started by cutting up an onion, giving it a fine dice. Some garlic, crushing, and giving it just a quick little cut. And a bell pepper, red. Same old, cutting up, deseeding, taking out the membrane, cutting up, cubing, you know, the score. I then used some of the quick chili and this plant-based pre-cooked mince that you have to cook anyway. So I just started to warm that up in the pan, and while that was just cooking through, I just took off the rosemary from the stem, got my ingredients prepared, and once my mince was ready, I started to add in my other ingredients. So just added all that I'd cut in and just started to spot that down along with my beef while it was cooking away. Added in some celery, salt and cumin. I then prepared my two cans of tomatoes, some baked beans, some kidney beans, and started to prepare them. So I added my 2 tins of tomatoes into the pan. I used a vegan oxo beef cube and used the rest of the water from like, you've seen what I done. Give that a mix, added in some spices into that, paprika, cumin, what goes into chicken corner. Then added kidney beans, baked beans, then I had to change pot because it was overflowing and I made a mess. I then added salt and lime and parsley. And just added that into the pan and allowed it just to simmer down for about 15-20 minutes. I then prepared some parsley to go on top to serve, along with some finely chopped red onion, just for a little crunch on top. I then just used some microwave rice because it was a little Monday, it was a wee Monday. And I done 3 ladles of my chili, if you must know my ratios. Kevin made that microwave rice and he burnt it. It was a bit mushy, to be honest, the rice. I then used the red onion, parsley, cheese on top, and then finished with a little pepper just for a little kick of heat at the end, salt, and bon appetit, 8 out of 10.
It's not soft. No. Jeez.
I'm just about to get ready to go into bed, relax for a bit, maybe watch TV, read. We've done it, full month, January, vegan and airy. Done, dusted, on to tomorrow, because the journey doesn't stop, because I'm just vegan now, come out as vegan before my family, well done me. Joking, going to bed. Well, if you made it this far, congratulations. I cannot believe I have uploaded the video this long. But, you know what I mean? A whole month out of my life. 30 years on this planet and you get to see a wee month of that. What's that? 12 into 30. Multiply. Divide 1. Loads. Well, loves, I'll see you next month for February's adventures.